What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the channel where we get cooking and we deep dive into some of the best RPGs and CRPGs out there. My name is Cash, and today we're going to be jumping into one of the most exciting and expansive RPGs in recent years, Baldur's Gate 3. So whether you've been following the Baldur's Gate series or this is your first time hearing about it, this video will break down exactly what you need to know about the game and why so many people who love RPGs love this game. So let's get down to it. What exactly is Baldur's Gate 3? At its core, it's a turn-based CRPG that brings you into the Dungeons & Dragons world where your choices just aren't some afterthought, they're pretty much everything. Baldur's Gate 3 is set in a place called the Forgotten Realms, a fantasy world packed with magic, danger, monsters, and of course, big adventures. And while the game is packed with epic Dungeons & Dragons lore, you don't really need to know it or have played previous Baldur's Gates to get in. If you're new to the series, you're still going to get sucked in with the story and the mechanics. So this game's been developed by a company called Larian Studios. It's the same crew that's behind Divinity Original Sins 2, which is a game that blends tactical combat, incredible world building, and choices that matter as well. And that's exactly why this game is such a big deal. Baldur's Gate 3 takes place in a place called Faerun, which essentially is a continent in the Forgotten Realms. It's the main stage for Baldur's Gate 3, and this is a land full of cities, ancient ruins, wilderness, everything. Death, ghosts, everything. Baldur's Gate itself is a massive trade hub with a long and complicated history of intriguing political backstabbing and conflict. But don't think that's all Baldur's Gate 3 has to offer. Faerun isn't just one city, it's a continent with adventure and danger at every turn. From the dangerous Underdark to towering mountains, and like any great RPG, everything you do, whether it's monster slaying or striking deals in the market, affects how you experience the world. Whether you're exploring dungeons, speaking to shady characters, or navigating a raging war, this is a world where every choice has its weight. Okay, so let's talk about the story a little bit. Baldur's Gate 3 kicks off the game with a mind flayer tadpole burrowing its way into your eye. Yeah, it sounds crazy, I know, but here's the deal. These tadpoles are parasites that take control of their host's mind. At first, you're just another victim, one of the lucky few who's been infected, turning into a mind-controlled puppet. But the plot twist is you actually get to choose how you handle this power. Will you fight the influence? Will you embrace it? Will you use it to gain incredible abilities? The conflict drives the main plot, but it also is a reminder that power comes with consequences. Getting infected by a tadpole isn't just a random thing that happens. It's a huge part of the game's story, and trust me, the influence of these tadpoles affect everything you do. Okay, so let's break down how Baldur's Gate 3 actually works. If you're familiar with Dungeons & Dragons, you're already pretty much halfway there. The game uses D&D 5th edition rule set, so there's a lot of dice rolling going on, from everything from your attacks to skill checks. You roll a 20-sided dice, and depending on the results, you either succeed or fail. It's all about that luck, strategy, and good decision making. Combat in Baldur's Gate 3 is turn-based, which means you got to plan and strategize every move. It's not just running in and slashing things. It's about using the environment, thinking critically, and positioning your team to maximize damage and minimize risk. It's not all about the combat though. The game also is about dialogue. Your choices and conversations can open doors, change alliances, or even make enemies. You just don't attack your way out of problems. You talk your way out too. So I know you're wondering, what really makes Baldur's Gate 3 stand out? Your choices. Your decisions matter here. A lot. From the way you handle battles to the way you interact with NPCs, everything can change the direction of the game. And let's not forget about the companions. In this game, you just don't go out alone. You're joined by characters who have their unique personalities, backstories, and motivations. These aren't just side characters, they have their own quest lines, and they'll react to your decisions in real time. It's not just a game where you follow a script, it's about creating your own adventure. You're the one driving the plot. and the world reacts accordingly. Fun fact, this game doesn't have achievements for solo play, so they encourage you to use your companions. You can only have 3 companions out there with you. Well, you can only have a group of 4, so you have to pick your companions how you want to pick them, and your next playthrough you can use different ones. You can change them whenever you want to, but I suggest trying to keep your companions with you so you can get that storyline with it. Certain characters interact with different characters differently, and they create different storylines and quests. So you kind of get to choose what characters interact throughout your story as well. So I don't want to make this video too long. So in conclusion, why should you care about Baldur's Gate 3? It's not just about saving the world or slaying monsters. This is kind of about creating your own story. Whether you're role-playing a heroic knight or a morally gray anti-hero, you get to shape how things unfold. It's an experience that's tailored to you, and the stakes feel high because your decisions actually matter. If you're a fan of RPGs, Dungeons and Dragons, or just great stories, this game is a must-play. The freedom, the depth, the world building, it all comes together in a way that makes you feel like you're really a part of something incredible, a crazy fantasy world. So by now, pretty much should know what Baldur's Gate 3 is all about. It's a game where freedom of choices and tactical combat combine to create one of the most immersive RPGs out there. I'll be diving into more detailed topics in upcoming videos, like how to play as a beginner, character creation, and the different races you can choose. So make sure to subscribe, like this video, ring the bell so you don't miss out on any of it. Let me know in the comments. Are y'all jumping into Baldur's Gate 3 soon? Are you already deep into it? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. See y'all in the next one. Peace.